Fantastic. Hello, hello, hello. May need to shut the door. Okay. This day has been such a wonderful one. And I want to talk a little bit about what's coming, what's already been done, and some things that are yet to be determined. So, as we, oh my gosh, as we were going about the last few days, a lot of things have been coming into view to help us understand what's happening throughout the world stage. So, the main thing to understand is that um, it is always up to each one of us to understand, to remember, and to enjoy our own lives. So that we each take time to remember every day that it isn't so much what is going on around us as how it is that we want to and choose to respond to the world around us. As the world moves on, there will be a great change that is occurring throughout the world for many, many eons to come, of course, and it's been happening since eons before we were here. But the main thing to understand is what's happening while we are here, and that everything is simply a cycle within time. And the more that we are attuned to, really, really attuned to tapping into our highest selves, right? Tapping into the energy of what feels like the very nicest thing to do right now. And what it means is letting go of any plan that you had, letting go of any expectations, saying, I release all goals, plans, and intentions and simply allow myself to be. I release all energetic expectations in all ways to 100%. I simply allow myself to feel what feels good right now. And to know that with each choice that presents itself in my life right now, I'm being asked to say, does it feel good to go there? Does it feel good to do that? Does it feel like something I really, really, really want to be doing? And if it does, then do it. And if not, don't go. Whether or not you already bought the meal or the plane ticket is really non consequential. What matters is your own health and well being. Because in order for you to stay well, in order for you to stay healthy, in order for you to stay safe, it's going to require that you follow what feels good, right? Letting go of all of your belief systems, saying, I release any and all energetic, physical, mind, body, soul, energy, body, aura, Akashic field beliefs in every way possible down to the very last one. Um, So, being willing to let go of your beliefs, and you can still have a preference. That's okay. That is the message that I was getting today. So, I can go into that more later. But it's really allowing yourself to say, does this feel good? And if yes, then keep doing it. And if not, then don't, right? Recognizing that some of these things came from eons is apparently the new word I'm using worth of evolution in our species, in our DNA, in our family line, in society. And we can choose whether or not those things felt good. If whether or not over the last 2 or 3 thousand years, if some of the progress that we made was actually things that felt good. Does it feel good the way that you're living? The way that you're spending your time, the way that you're eating, the way that you're thinking, the way that you're moving, right? Everything that you are expending energy upon, does it feel good? Okay. This is one of the stories that came up so far. So I had about an hour between my last session and this today, and I was like, I'm doing laundry, which is why I shut the door. And I was like, I'm gonna walk on the treadmill. I have plenty of time. Sounds good. And I also was like, oh, water, drink water. That's also really important for processing everything that we're releasing, right? And so I drank water and I got that was enough. But then I was like, oh, here's another water bottle I had sitting on the coffee table next to the yoga center and treadmill. And so I decided to drink more water. And then I was like, oh, I did it because I felt like I needed to drink just a whole lot of water, which uh, energetically was something that was very activated within my system. In the course of the last couple weeks, I've been doing extremely well on getting 200 or so ounces a day. And so celery juice has even been less of a priority, and water has been more, which wasn't necessarily my intention, but it happened. So I then was like, treadmill isn't number one anymore. I guess I'm gonna fold laundry. And that is okay, right? Because I don't think once you just guzzled water that drinking that much water and then doing any physical activity, I usually allow it to digest for a minute. So like right now it would feel fine, right? So that is it. Whatever you had going on, be willing to move in a different way, because whatever feels good is ultimately going to allow your system better health and recovery and protect you in the long run to do whatever feels good. And they said they didn't even set that up this way. It really just kind of happened. Although I did because I was like, oh, more water. And so it wasn't even as much as I usually would do in a single setting, and it would have been absolutely fine to just sit there or do something. It was the physical activity when you added that in. But it's being willing to listen to your skin, to listen to your body, and to really feel if it feels like the right thing to do or not. Right? Because me feeling good about moving my body and how the results are is overall more important than doing it at a specific time of day. Okay. One of the other things that's coming up that you're picking up on, I'm going to share because um, aside from the work that I've been doing, it is that last night for the first time in a while, so I had my massage with TJ, and then I came home and I pretty much have a routine of taking a shower after that because of the massage lotion and just releasing anyone else's energy from me, right? And it's an exfoliating glove process that gets done. And they said, well, the message I got was take a bath. And I was like, oh, all right, well, I can take a bath. That's fine. Um, and so I did. And then I noticed for a while, probably like a little less than an hour, maybe. Um, so I do baking soda, salt, and then turpentine as well. And what I realized is I felt fine, I slept fine. Um, and then when I woke up this morning, I was like, oh, awakeness. But when I was doing my practice, I noticed a greater sense of clarity today. And I'm sharing this with you because energetically, one of you was asking. And what I discovered is most of what I wear is cotton and bamboo. There's some like elastic in there for some pieces. It's not necessarily the most sustainable option, but it feels amazing. So I'll just say that piece of it. And the reason for the sustainability is its ability to be recycled. But what I realized that I was detoxing from, and it had been a minute since I had done a detox bath, showering every day or more than once a day, sure, but this one was a deeper clearing out of my skin. And they said, yes, 90% of the time or more, you are wearing organic clothing and natural fibers. But occasionally, you wear jeans, and I have looked at the labels on my jeans, and they're mainly cotton, but a little bit polyester. And um I have only looked at my favorite jeans. I have not looked at all of them and the ones that currently fit well. And they said, that's what you were detoxing from. That's where the clarity came from. Literally, when you are consuming healthy and a lot right now raw food, and you're doing a lot of energy work and keeping your energy and your aura clear, anything that you introduce is going to be different. And for a while I was doing every couple nights I was doing a detox bath, but I didn't feel like it was necessary, or it kind of at least every full moon. And I realized that it was detoxing from polyester. That was all that was left. Even my hair dye, which I have worked through, um, thank God, to make peace with it, it's absolutely natural, right? It's henna and indigo and some other healthy powders. And so, really the majority, even my hand soap, my laundry detergent, it's all pretty much been released of toxicity, right? And so I noticed a pretty big jump in clarity. I know you want to get up and look at your jeans, don't you? In what it was that was going on. So they basically said, and that was one day, you probably need two more in order to truly detox from the polyester. And then I was like, the conversation I had with myself was finding the perfect pair of jeans is a chore. Do they even make the perfect pair of jeans in cotton? Let's not even go with organic cotton. So, anyway, I haven't looked through my entire stack of pants or jeans, and quite frankly, it's a choice, right? I usually now wear I'm wearing sweatpants right now, right? That's usually what I'm wearing around the house. It's when I leave the house that these other things are introduced sometimes. So I share this with you as a choice. I will also wholeheartedly admit that I knew I was making the choice and I was okay with it. I actually also my jeans are pretty comfortable because some of them have a little bit of elastic and that sort of stuff in them as well, right? It's common. Also aids in that sustainability and the recycling potentiality. And I'm sure I did actually spend not a lot of time, but looking for like sustainable jeans like that. And what I found were some that I would not wear. Um, so I just want to be fair and share that because it's a piece that you will likely encounter along your journey as well. That the more this is the lesson too. The more that you, it doesn't have to be a lesson, but it's an understanding of the energy around you, right? It's everything. It's not one specific thing, right? It is all of the pieces and how they come together. It is, are you meditating? Are you moving your body in a healthy way? So I've been doing my yoga practice. It absolutely helps and rejuvenates my body and my mind. And the clarity that I got from my practice after detoxing from polyester, I still find it hilarious, was pretty darn remarkable, is what I would say. And so the fact that that brought me clarity um, was astounding. Now, I was asking specifically because I usually take a shower and do the glove exfoliation in the shower. And I don't know that I hadn't necessarily taken a bath after a massage before, but it's and that stuff too would be stuff that I wouldn't necessarily normally let sit on my skin. Now, is that a choice? It absolutely is a choice. My massage therapist is absolutely fantastic. And he would, I don't think he's weird. It would probably be like, he would want it to be a massage lotion, but like if I brought my own, he would be accommodating. He'd probably want me to have the conversation first, but um, because he's open to me like bringing my crystals and things like that. So, but it's a choice, right? And I knew what my pants were made of, right? They're hanging up right now on my closet door. And I also knew that I loved them and that I was making a choice that I thought was okay. Now I understand more the ramifications of them. I knew that I felt better in natural fibers. I don't feel an energy shift when I put on those pants. I don't. They want me to share it, so I will. It's actually little bits of the fibers that come off of polyester and deposit themselves in your skin. Gross. How much do you love your jeans, Rochelle? They're kind of a 10, just so you know. So, anyway, we're not here to give judgment to my pants. How I know if I were wearing them, if I had known that was going to be part of this, I probably shouldn't have, right? Um, but it would have been an easier thing, right? Yes, of course. Um, I could show you if I must. Let me know later. Um, the sweatpants are perfectly fine. If you weigh out the outcome, they're way more than fine, right? And I have organic black pants now and like sweatpants and yoga pantsy things. And I could go through the rest of the pants in my closet and I could make an orchestrated effort. And right now, I have definitely sent a rocket out into the universe saying, I prefer perfect, healthy jeans. Okay, most of the time when I leave the house, I wear jeans. Now that the weather is different, and I was kind of wearing a jean skirt at one point too. I do have um, also other choices because it's really what's right next to your skin that matters, right? So I do have a slip that I can wear under dresses, and I got like slip underwear, shorts, whatever, to wear under the skirts. And that's fine, but I'm probably not going to be wearing something like that under jeans and anything other than like February weather. What we want to make sure as we go into the details here, that's usually why they wanted you to understand the choice, right? There are ways that you can modify your choices. There are ways that you can just say, nope, not going to do that anymore. It's always a choice. For what it is that is coming, the reason that they had me go on that explorative journey was that it is so important to feel into each choice. Here's the reality. I know what the pants are made of. I had not, when I decided to wear I had with my jean skirt. I had not, when I decided to wear the pants, asked, was this the highest potentiality? Quite frankly, it might have been because I hadn't noticed the difference yet. Now I have, right? It's the same thing that I notice now in food. And I think Nicole could share a similar story. Um, so could a lot of you at this point that once you've cleared out your energy, once you've cleared out the gunk, you've cleared out your aura, you've let go of your beliefs and your cycles, and your energy is more pure, you taste the difference, you smell the difference, you sense the difference, and it gets more and more and more refined. So, the energetic balance that you can find within yourself. Saying this with us now. Mm. Okay. I allow myself to connect to the highest light source or the ultimate light source within the highest energy and light source of source. And I allow that energy to guide me, inspire me, and help me along my journey. I allow myself to witness the energy of Source within me, to be a guiding light and an energetic spark of inspiration for myself and others. I simply allow myself to radiate my light outwards in all ways. I allow myself to see clearly, to hear clearly, to sense clearly, and to be in a clear energetic state. I welcome all of the energetic guidance that I am being given to find my highest potentiality, focusing on what it feels good to do right now. That's why they had me get up and shut the door because the dryer's going. And then allowing yourself to witness the greatness within yourself. To simply allow yourself to be in the essence of source energy, to welcome that energy and say, I truly feel into the energy of fun, to the energy of love, to the energy of exuberance, bliss, and orgasmic pleasure. I allow myself to witness all of the fun energies that there are, allowing myself to find them energetically and align up with those things that are fun. Knowing that as long as I follow my highest guidance and do as I am inspired to do through my own inner guidance system, that I will be guided along the way in the safest way possible for my soul. That I allow myself to witness my own greatness everywhere that I go and to be a cooperative component, first and foremost for myself, and then for others as well. Knowing that keeping myself happy, keeping myself healthy, keeping myself in a state of joy, letting go of all expectations, letting go of all fear and famine and energetic problems in my energy field in every way possible. Resetting my DNA structures to align with the highest potentiality and beyond. I allow myself to truly witness the great energetic plunge, to allow myself to truly witness greatness within myself. I allow myself to only do what's fun. If every day I have eaten strawberries for the last year and suddenly I feel like I don't want to, I trust my own inner guidance. And maybe I can eat them tomorrow and I will. But right now, I'll eat an apple. It's simply allowing yourself to let go of the plan and follow your own inner guidance. It is the most important thing that you can do in the year to come. End of transmission. They want you to know that when we say things in more than one time, in more than one fashion, it is so you understand the magnitude of the choices that are coming. There are many things, a virus among them, that is coming in the coming weeks, months, and years. And if you want to be safe and happy, then follow your inner guidance. It's going to guide you to what it is that you should be eating, right? I have been adding more raw food and more protein into my diet, mainly a protein powder and tofu. Because it is simply allowing my system to cleanse out any energetic memory of the cows I ate in the past. God rest their souls. Energetically, the path here is asking you to drop everything that you don't believe in. I didn't, as a soul, believe in eating animal products when I came in, and I did it anyway. And now I am cleansing my system, and that's okay. But simply allow yourself to remember who you are. Find the core frequency within yourself and allow that to resonate out in all dimensional aspects of who you are. from the top of your head to the bottom of your toes, through your arms down into your fingertips, from your legs down into your toes, through your lungs and your liver and your stomach and your heart and your intestines and your kidneys and all of the other organs and beyond. Allow your systems to be restored and rejuvenated because you are following your core frequency of love and pure potentiality. Letting go of all the things you said and did and witnessed before, and being willing to recognize your true core self and who you are now. Because who you are now is different. Let go of the need to look at that past version. Let go of the need to follow the pictures to post them. Because what really matters is who you are right now. I had posted a picture on Facebook for another reason, and they had me take it down. They're like, that's like months ago. Let it go, right? Allow yourself to witness the greatness renewing within yourself every single day, right? I used to wear also, they said that was not part of it, but I don't always wash my jeans after every time I wear them, or in the past I didn't. Now it's like, oh, no, I wash my clothes after every time I put them on, even if it was for an hour. Because of the energetic state of yesterday, I let that go because today is a new day. Today is a new dawn. Today is a new experience, and it is a new ability to line up with the frequency of life beyond what you know it to be. There will be catastrophic events that are coming. That does not need to matter to you if you are following your own inner guidance and doing everything to your highest potential that feels right and good for you. If you're instructed to move, then you do. If you're instructed to eat differently, then you do. If you're supposed to wear different clothes, then you think about it. Energetically know that I've been made aware, so I imagine that will transform as well. Um, the main thing to understand here is the choice, right? And I had been guided spiritually to find those clothes as well, and it hadn't necessarily been something that we had been aware of until now of how much of a impact it was making, because as we level up, different things make different sense, right? I thought I was doing good, just being beyond good. I was giving myself 5 gold stars for just eating vegan food. I thought that was miraculous. And then I was guided to eat more raw food, and I'm like, I mean, so I'll eat a salad. I'll eat fruit, vegetables, and raw. It depends on what they are. I will eat a zucchini. I'll eat carrot strips. Anyway, here's what I have to say. Do what you can do every single day. Allow yourself to get better and better. I shared with you that journey and how I felt about it. And it doesn't mean that I can't or won't zig and zag, and I will for whatever it is that accounts for it, right? For example, I will continue to wear my healthy clothes at home for sure. Because I mean, I would. And then I will make an informed decision about other areas of my life venturing out in vacation. Knowing that it's an informed choice is something that you have on your side. I also am aware of how to detox from it now, as well as about how long that takes, um, and some preventative precautions that I can do as well. They're saying some of it has to do with the fact that I was wearing cotton for so long that my system was like, what's that? Right? It's the same thing that you may be experiencing with the food, right? Once your body is used to the the energy of bliss and you feel something other than that, it's asking you like, okay, well, I release that. I prefer the bliss. Thank you very much. Right? So allow yourself to witness the greatness within yourself and transform your energy however you possibly can. Nobody is being asked to renew their wardrobe entirely right now, but it may come down the line as you feel things differently. Um, that comes into a greater play because for me it was a huge clarity um shift. So like in a sense I had created workarounds for each process has like you do it so many times, right? When you're doing like um oh my gosh, what is the name? I wanted to call it Sarah Kriya, but Yoga Namaskar, for example, is a sun salutation. And so there's lots of different steps, and you do right foot and left foot and right foot and left foot, but in the middle you're standing up and laying down, right? And so I had created a system of energetically holding a number of fingers out in front of me to keep track of what number I was on. And today, I didn't really need that anymore. And I said, please help me understand. Please clarify for me what it is that shifted. They said, oh, you detoxed. You took the bath last night. And I was like, from what? They said, and that was the external part. That was the, you've been doing really good about the internal detox. That was the external skin layer. And keep in mind, I'm also using charcoal soap now, just to be clear. So, the energetic lesson is be aware too. And if something feels better, recognize why, right? And be willing to make a zig and a zag whenever you need to. Because the other part of this that I want to add for this to be an eternal message is one day it might be important to wear jeans for something that's way more important than a detox of polyester. Could be a protection because they're a little bit thicker, which is usually also an aspect in why I wear them rather than my black yoga pants because they're warmer. So, and thicker in general. So they want to be clear that sometimes, and by sometimes we mean all the time, it's being willing to do whatever you need to do in any given moment. I probably will be doing a review of all jeans here shortly, to see if there's any in there that fit now that are magical or something. Um, and it doesn't have to be organic, but natural fibers really matter. The same thing is true with food. Eating natural food, meaning preferably not eating things that actually aren't food, right? Um, my gosh. Like I was like, what, rocks? And man-made synthetics, those sorts of things. So the main thing here is to recognize do what feels good. And it may be for an essence of clarity, integrity, truth, love, union, and your protection. And it may be because on that particular day, that's what you need today for any number of reasons. It could be a soul contract that you had agreed to wear something specific. That does happen. It could be that it was really important that you have something thicker on your skin on that particular day that way surpassed any sort of other thing that you had going on. So allow yourself to feel into what feels right with letting go of all of your belief systems, letting go of all your blocks in all ways to 100%. Whoa. Whew. Letting go of all restrictions in all ways to 100%. Mm. Letting go of all of your limitations that you have given yourself and any rules that you had that were not working in your favor. I personally say there are no rules. I don't know what you're talking about, right? I do know what you're talking about, but I prefer to acknowledge that I just do what I want. That's the truth. And so, in general, letting yourself be free and saying, I am free. I am love because I let go of any way that anyone else says that it has to be. and I simply do what feels good every moment of every day. Okay, I kind of want to sneeze now. You will be able to let go of anything, and it's okay, whatever choice you made in the past, whatever choice you made today, and whatever choices you were planning to make. Simply allow yourself to make the best choice possible according to how it feels in the now. I'm going to share this. I just did this with a new client today. Um, and it was really fun. So, I'm going to share it with you guys, and it was this. We've got two. It works for hands. So, if you've narrowed things down like, okay, what feels best? You can just feel into it and you can say, okay, here's going to here's going to the grocery store, here's going to the Target. These are two that I have on DoorDash to be delivered, by the way. It's Hy-Vee and Target. Okay. And so I can say, okay, here's Hy-Vee, here's Target. How do they feel? Which one feels lighter for me to go to today? Now there was a lesson in there. You may need to ask the question of clarity. Do I need more information? Oh, yes, lots. Okay. So, right, which one feels best to go to after our after group is over today? I just got an either. Tomorrow. Okay, well, mine worked a little differently, but you can see now you can use a different one. It could be, for example, would it be best to wear this or that? And it may be that you don't sense a huge difference because it's fairly neutral. Occasionally I get a nobody cares. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which choice you make, right? It's like which side of the couch you're gonna sit on. Nobody cares. Does that make sense? Versus there would be different things at different grocery stores that I may, oh, how fantastic. They're actually fairly similar because I have been routinely getting things from both. The new silicone reusable Ziploc baggies they're telling me are at the Target. It's the winner. Oh my gosh. Okay. So anyway, you can see how it rose to the top. And so that wasn't really what I was thinking. I was really just thinking, what do I need? It would be preferable to meet someone out of the house, right? And so which one is it? Or is it go somewhere or don't? Right? It can be anything. And say, okay, call on me and say, Rochelle, please help me understand the energies at play and the decisions that I'm about to make. And you can narrow it down that way, right? Here's this pile or this one. You can do it either way. It's just one way that you can use the energy to say, how does this feel? Because you can tell, can't you, if one feels lighter than the other. Would it be good for me to share this story? Would everyone enjoy it? I think they would. Okay, does that make sense? So, yeah, it is absolutely being willing to use whatever it is at your disposal. So, that's just one way to start. I'm going to use the word playing again, playing with the energy to help yourself understand and make it part of who you are, right? It was me doing stuff like this, playing games like this, and just really having fun with it that allowed me to get to where I am now. Because I would, before it's now just kind of a thing, but I would connect to the highest light source available before every tarot reading, before every energy healing that I was doing on myself and then others. I would make sure that I was connected to a light source and receiving guidance from that. And then that would be the essence from which I was making making my choices and receiving guidance on what would be the highest potential thing for me to do now. I learned since then that having more information and clarity on that is also a very, very, if not 50% or more, most of the time for most people, part of it. It's like, okay, is it this, that, or do I need more information? Right? So now I just say clarify. If there's anything else I need to know, it's usually about releasing. It can be about releasing, it can be about fun. Is there clarity? Do I need to know anything more about my pants? Yeah, you do. You actually have a pair in there, we think, that are 100% cotton. See, now that's just really important information. Do they fit? No. That's also important information. Okay. Oh my gosh. And I think you can tell, and it's absolutely true. Have fun with it. Pretty please. Because that's a huge part of it. And when I say things and they turn out to be true, there's a lot of fun in that. I'm just going to say, right? So that's just one example. And I would encourage you, whatever it is, that's just one way that I made up today, right? At one point, I got a yes or a no. That was fun. The pendulum is another way, but you always have yourself with you, right? Oh, this is the one. So I also have the channeling of actually the thought forms and the speaking through, but I have learned the more aspects that are in play, the more clarity that I had been receiving, and now I'm understanding more and more why that might have been. Um, and then I'll be like, okay, show me yes, show me no, right? Or this is just no. If it's a yes, give me some sort of signal, hands, show me, right? I do oil pulling, and so this really comes into play mostly when I am using coconut oil and swishing it around in my mouth. Otherwise, I'm usually channeling like this, just so you know, in all clarity. And understanding too, as we talk about energy plays and doing the things, a lot of times when I'm sharing this information, truth and having a sense of truth within me, a sense of clarity within me, a sense of integrity, a sense of love, a sense of union in all ways to 100% is very powerful within me and important. So when I add information, it is to maintain a sense of truth and integrity and clarity. So I share that because if you want to experience truth, if you want to receive truth, then speak it to the best of your ability. It is law of attraction, plain and simple. Same thing with integrity. Um, I don't want to go or look at that recently. There was something and that it was a little thing that would have meant absolutely nothing in the past that I was like, oh, I want to be correcting that because I wish to experience integrity within myself, right? And I trust that what is coming towards me is a sense of truth, a sense of love, that when I send out pure positive intentions, that you can feel that what I'm sending you is helpful, right? What you're aligning with feels better to you, that is also what um what I would wish. A lot of times, I may have explained this before. It's like, would I have ever been okay if someone did that for me? Just kind of helped me let go of things? Why, I think I surely would have been. That would have been wonderful. I'm okay with that, right? And if not, if what you're saying or doing or speaking doesn't feel that way, then correct it, right? And remember this: the integrity that I have is a direct reflection of what you're being asked to line up with. And that's pretty darn pure. Okay, they want me to grab cards, which are back here. Okay. My gosh, my gosh, my gosh. If you have questions about this or that or the other thing, let me know. The timeline, well, I let go of what I had been planning today. So show us clearly the energies and clarifying what it is that would be helpful to clarify today's energy transmission. Okay. Ooh, Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is unequivocally the beginning of a stable foundation. Page of Swords, right? It is a message of truth. It is a young person as well. A page is, well, really a young person with a message. Um, and so this is really, really just a message in general. So it's a message. It is also what we want to say is how you speak. So here's the thing. The energy around you and the physical things that you're doing, you can do everything, right? It is doing the physical practice. It's being aware of how you're speaking, how you're breathing, how you're moving. Um, and the Strength card, fantastic. One more. And the King of Swords. Okay, that is the ultimate truth. So that's probably why they clarified that, isn't it, earlier? Um, and so you can meditate 5 times a day. The energy is going to transform when you are mindful of the thoughts that you're having, what it is that you're doing, how it is that you're moving, and what you're doing in the day to day to create the environment around you. All of those things have to be in play in order for you to really feel in your highest potentiality. So, this really is the foundation of what it is that you're being asked to do, is to ultimately learn how to speak what you want into existence. Meaning, the biggest part for everyone is speaking only that which you truly desire in the most wonderful way possible, the nicest way that you can, and making sure that you're talking about, thinking about, speaking about, and acting about all the ways that you really want to live. But beyond that, it is um recognizing that what you are letting go of, this is the transition energy, is feeling like you need to be strong or that you need to be talking all the time or any of those things. It's letting go of all of those behaviors, right? And really recognizing that you speak, but you only speak when it's the truth and with a sense of integrity, honor, and respect. That's the King of Swords. It is being ready and willing to speak your truth. And in this case, I would say we're asking it to be beyond just speaking. We're asking this to be your way of life, right? That and I'm not putting myself out there as the poster child. I shared my Jean's experience in that for a reason, and it's simply to recognize how you can best live in your truth all the time, right? Following your own intuition. They're saying there's stuff up here. If you look at it, it's like, what? I've never really looked at that. What on earth is going on behind the King of Swords? Oh, it's butterflies. There are butterflies on the on what is that? The not the crown. What do you the
The
throne?
throne.
My gosh. On the throne there are butterflies on the throne of the King of Swords in my life. I don't know that that was in my course. So, anyway, receiving inner guidance, recognizing it as spirit messages and guidance. I love my life. Okay. Um that's how they really want you to see it. Okay. That was fantastic. Please share with me if you would ever notice that there were butterflies on the King of Swords. I had to like really look at it. All right. All right, guys, tell me what it is that you want to share, what any takeaways that you had from today. Is there anything? It's okay.
I think you mentioned something about oil pulling. Did I understand that correctly? What is that?
It's basically I take a little bit less than a tablespoon. You can use sesame oil or coconut oil. I think I may have used coconut or not coconut, sesame oil once. This was before I started stocking sesame oil for my skin. So you put it in your mouth and you swish it around for as long, they say like 20 minutes. I don't really play anyway. There are no rules for me. So I do it as long. I put it in my mouth like when I'm getting ready to get in the shower. And then it is important that you not spit it down the drain, but you spit it like in the toilet and then you brush your teeth. And it is very good at pulling out toxins and freshening your breath and helping with your health and healing. They said it used to be one of the more powerful things that I did. Since then, there's about a million other ones. But I still do it and I still love it. And to the point that I have little packets of coconut oil that are like 1 ounce or something for when I travel.
That's so interesting. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, it's really good and healthy for your teeth and it's cheap and yeah.
Cool. I also wanted to share a little something. Um, so in the beginning of the session, I got some food and I realized I got it from somewhere. And as I opened the bag, like on the cover on the lid, there was someone wrote like thank you for coming and just a happy person with open arms.
Oh,
It felt like very indicative of the group session as well.
I love that. That's fantastic.
Me too.
Like, it's just like the ability to recognize those things and say, I love my life. Isn't that fantastic? That's like recognizing there are butterflies on the King of Swords.
Yeah, it made me super happy.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Hi, everyone. So I wanted to say, usually, like before these groups, I like to calm myself down, just meditate, do things that like bring me centered into the group because I realized you're the most, all of you, and I mean it. You're the most reliable people in my life as a group, and so I really enjoy my time together with you all. But today, I was like, you have got to go outside and stake up your eggplant. And I was like, there's just no time. I don't, that's not something I have to do. And it wouldn't go away. So I was like, it's dark. I can't see. I'd rather just sit down, breathe, whatever. And it's like, no, go outside. Go outside and stake your eggplant. Now, I'm very proud of these eggplants. They did well this summer. And there's a lot. So I went out, I staked them up, I got in the house probably like 4 minutes to 8. And I'm I'm in the bathroom, I'm logging in, and then all of a sudden there was this very strong wind gust and a storm from nowhere came out. And so I was like, okay, that's why I had to stake up my eggplant. And I'm just sharing this with you because although I had to sacrifice like my peace and my calm, I was also I'm happy that I preserved my eggplants. So that's all I wanted to share with you. And so I'm still thinking about that. It was a close call. And that's really it. That's how I feel today. So, um, is that is that in line with what you're talking about today? I feel like it is, Rochelle.
300%. That was
Okay.
exactly it, right? Like, that is, it was even an evolved lesson, I think, because you got there a little bit, Nicole, because, like, I think I've shared that one a few times, right? And that's exactly what we talked about this week, right? It was like, you just gotta follow your stuff, right? And if you get it repeatedly, like trust that there's a reason, and it was you were gonna be more happy about the eggplant. You can meditate later. Like it's exactly that, right? It's like let go of the timing, let go of your goals, let go of your plan. If you feel like you need to go get out and do something with your eggplant, then you do that.
Receiving the eggplant immediately came into first place priority list order.
Isn't that hilarious?
You know what? I'm just happy that I got the reason, like I knew the reason why. So it wasn't like I just decided, like, yeah, that's what I need to do right now. Like when
Mm-hmm.
I heard the wind first, actually, my dog is sitting there really calm and she jumped up and ran straight down the stairs. And I thought someone was here. And then I realized I was like, no, it's just a big storm that no one told me about. And so yeah, I was
No,
thinking
honey,
about it
it
the
wasn't
entire
that no
group.
one told you about it. We told you about it. You got the message and you acted exactly when you needed to. You didn't need to know before then. The
Right.
stuff that you've been getting recently, you needed to know about to be able to make more plans about. What I'm hearing you say, girl, is what we talked about. You're getting the messages that you need to receive when you need to receive them. And today you made the leap to follow it and reap the rewards. And that is the most fantastic story.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I
I,
did.
I still feel like a little like, oh, but yeah, I'm very grateful they were saved. So yes.
How are you feeling, by the way?
Um, it's still like a little weird, but my mom had radiation this week, guys. That's all, and that's what I was referring to. So I feel like a little bit weird, but I'm okay.
Okay,
I am.
good.
That is what you meant, right? Because of that.
Yes.
Okay, okay. I didn't, yeah.
I
So,
was hoping it was a little better, at least
um,
maintaining.
she had it again, yesterday. So it's like it gets better, and then, but she only has one more time, and then thank goodness because I feel I don't know if like other people notice this about me, but I feel a little bit like just off myself. But that's okay. I saved the eggplant, and I took a shower and cleaned my bathroom, so I'm pretty happy with today, actually.
You're doing fantastic. So your clarity is still intact.
Yes.
Fan freaking tastic. Okay. So they were giving me a funny example just for you, apparently, Nicole. They said, get up and run around the block, Rochelle. And I'm like now or like at the end of the meeting or like why are we doing this? Can we make sure we don't have any storms? And they said no, Nicole needed to know just how you get the message. Um and
That's
it's
so
getting
funny.
did
That's
you
so
hear that?
funny. I saw that image in my head of me running. Right before I staked the eggplant, I was in my mind, I was running around my block.
Okay.
Okay, so now you know where that came from. Wow, thank you. That's amazing. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Now you know where that came from, Nicole.
Yes, yes, I get it. Right. Oh God. I don't know if I would laugh or cry sometimes. I'm just feeling emotional. I just got my period today. I'm sorry to put it out there, but that was the other thing. That's making me feel weird. I have cramps right now, but I just keep going and I'm not in a bad mood. I just um
Raspberry tea.
thank
Um,
you.
it's
Okay.
because you're detoxing more than usual, girl.
I know, I feel it.
Did you follow my prescription?
For the chamomile mask?
No.
No, your prescription. No, what is that? Sorry, what was it?
for your detoxing from radiation, honey?
Well, um, I've had the windows open. I need to order some sugar night, and I've just been opening windows. That's really it, and drinking a lot of water, and trying to stay out of the house.
You're doing fine. Oh my gosh. Okay. There's another one that came to me after. That's why I had to ask that. Okay. So I will send it to you after this. It came to me in meditation last night. Well, it came to me before that. They reminded me in meditation, and then I was meditating, and I think it was midnight, and so I was going to send it to you later. So anyway, I will. It's iodine drops that I have taken that I have on my counter that I think would be really helpful right now. Like a cheap thing you can get on Amazon. So it's iodine like. So I think that really helps with that. Okay. Those were some fantastic stories. Did you have a question?
No, sorry, hit me by accident because I got excited. Thank you.
All right. Is there anything else? Are there any other questions or things out there? So you want me to say, to be fair, the reason I asked about that it was kind of a safety concern that was active for me around her because I think I had experienced that in the past as well. And now we were aware of it, which was interesting. Of just the effects, right? It's not that it's a bigger difference than honestly, sweetheart, than my genes, right? But it's a similar thing. When your energy is clear, um, then you notice these things a lot more when you're maintaining a very high energy field. And then there's these other foreign objects and things, you sense the difference. So allow yourself to do the best maintenance that you can.
Can I add this? I'm sorry, you guys. I just want to add, you know what it is too? I feel bad for my mom. Like I feel bad that I'm like, oh, clean living and like, these which I'm happy about that, but it's like, but my mom's not there and she's getting radiation and I feel bad that she is getting it. You know what I mean? So
Did
there's
you
that part.
offer her the celery juice?
See, stop. No, I didn't even make her any celery juice. Like I'll
No,
make
but
her
no,
some
no,
right.
honey. I mean, as you were going through this, you
Mhm.
suggested, or she knows that you did the 30-day cleanse
Yes.
and the results that you had.
And I told her, I said, I can make that program work for you if you give me 30 days. She was not interested.
So
No.
that's what I want you to know, sweetheart.
Yeah.
You laid
So
it out for her. She had a living example
she is a non-compliant.
and she made the choice,
Yeah, yeah. So,
right?
yeah. She did. She made the choice. And you know what? So I support that choice because if that's a choice that was made, let's make the most of it. And she's doing it her way, and she'll be done on Friday. And that's that. It's just gosh, she looks so tired. Ugh. But anyway, it's fine.
You're doing okay.
That's all.
So
That's
just
all.
know that.
Yeah.
I just want you to be okay with you. You're doing what you can do,
I'm gonna
right?
stick her in the tub and I'm gonna make her stay there, and that's gonna be that. And then I'm gonna feel fine.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm gonna be quiet.
Is there anything else anyone has a question about or wants to share?
I just want to share. So first of all, Nicole, I feel for you and your mom's situation. I just want to share just because
Thank you.
Rochelle was such a big pillar of help for me when my mom went through radiation and chemo. Um, it was very hard and tough times, but I feel like I did really, with time, I got better dealing with that and the days that I had to go with my mom, to drive her and be with her and see her in a very fragile state. Rochelle really helped me walk through those moments and um, So that's all I just wanted to share. That's all. And I'm pretty sure she's already doing that for you, but I guess I just meant to share that.
No,
That's all.
thank you for recognizing that, where you remember what it feels like, and it's tough and it's sad, and thank you for sharing that with me, really.
Yeah,
I
you're not
appreciate it.
alone, girl. I appreciate you and everyone here in this group and Rochelle. Yeah, it's
I
gonna
think
get better.
I think Carrie wants me to say at one point, um, I experienced that as well. I just don't share all of the things that happened in my previous life. Um, but I kind of feel like what I want to tell you about that is also the things that I have been through and done and experienced are vast and wide. And when I have done them and lived through them and seen how I could have done it differently, it is also how I can correct the energy within myself and be able to help you. And you have the ability to do the same thing.
I'm getting better. Yes, and thank you. I couldn't. I would not be as stable as I am without you and without all of you. Honestly, thank you. I'm not even, because I tend to just float off for by choice anyway. And sometimes you do need to be grounded, though. This is one of those times. So yeah. And sometimes I say to myself, what would the old do you? Don't do that. That's what you're not gonna do. That.
Well, that's a choice. Um, oh,
It's
more
easier
like,
sometimes.
so maybe this would be if you had the ability to give yourself the advice now that you need, what would it be? If you were giving the advice to someone else, what would it be?
It- oh, yes. Yes, that's better. That's a better way to look at it. And I don't know. I tend to give better advice for other people than to myself. But that was a choice I used to make. And I see that right there. I don't do that anymore. Now I just stop before I act, and that's worked. Yeah.
Amen. That's it,
Hmm.
right? And you feel into it and you're like, okay, fine. I'll go play with the eggplant.
That was great. I can't explain to you what that felt like when I had to do it, the urgency of it. It's so wild to me right now. I'm like thinking, I can't stop thinking about it. Like,
But that's the exact essence of everything I've been talking about.
so the message is just trust. Don't question it. Like, just trust. Let that
Blindly.
be your new decision.
Mhm.
Trusting. Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you're feeling it, you're getting the feeling, you're getting that you do this now. That's it. You're like, how many times did the message come in? Three or four?
It was too immediate for that many. I mean, it was just like too immediate. It all happened at once. It wasn't like, but the thing is that I had been meaning to do this for the last 2 weeks, mind you, because they were getting heavier. But I was like, it's okay, it's okay. And today it was just like, it's not okay. It's not okay. And I thought it was just because of the weight, but it wasn't because of the weight. It was because of the wind.
It was a combo.
Yeah,
It was a
right.
combo situation.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to share and to really understand it because that's a pure illustration, right? Because once you get the message, then you follow the message and then you can do your happy dance and say, I did it and I saw it and I even got clarification on it. And that, honey, that was bigger than the eggplant.
And I made it to group. So, I mean, everything's on schedule.
And the world turns on.
Uh,
Oh my God, I love it. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you, one and all, for being here, for sharing, for participating, and for honing in your greatness, because that's what I'm talking about.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.